Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasant morning. Today we have to learn about neurotransmitters. Previous class we had been learned that nerve tissue, neurons, types of neurons, and components or parts of nerve tissue or neuron. Then functions of neurons. As we had been learned previous class, end of each neuron, look at this, synapse have been transferred the information from one neuron to another neuron by using neurotransmitters, chemical messenger. So today we are going to detail about what is meant by neurotransmitters, what are the types of neurotransmitters, and what are its working, and their functions. Yes, here word is that neuro means no, every neurons. Transmitters means is a chemical substance used to transfer the information from one neuron to another neuron. It's responsible for functions of emotions and behavior. So neurotransmitters exist in central and peripheral nerve systems. Define neurotransmitters. Students, I would like to give one important information is that regarding neurotransmitters, every neurotransmitters have been used as a pharmacological medicine. Biological medicine. So this every terms is very important for you. Or every neurotransmitters are used as a biological medicine or pharmacological medicines. Definition: chemical substance released end of a nerve, as we had seen in the picture, synapse. Across synapse or junction, transfer impulse to another nerve fiber or muscle fiber, and which is controlled the behavior of organs. Types: amino acid, glutamate, gamma-aminobutyric butyric acid, which may be called as short form GABA. Gasotransmitters, including nitric oxide, carbon monoxide, hydrogen, and sulfide. Second, monoamines, including dopamine, norepinephrine, which may be called as noradrenaline, epinephrine, serotonin, three, trace amines, phenyethylamine, tyramine, iodothyroninic, etc. Fourth one, peptide, somatostatin, cocoin, opioid, and peptides, etc. Fifth type, purines. Example, ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Accents of neurotransmitters. Students, these neurotransmitters may be difficult to understanding. For better understanding, use the medical terminology. Each medical terms having three important parts. Anybody know about it? Medical terminology? Do you know about medical terminology? How to study the medical terms? Question.
No, sir.
Don't know, okay. So every medical term having three important parts. Prefix, suffix, root. Prefix means beginning of the word. Suffix, end of the word. Root, middle of the word, main meaning. So every medical term having at least two parts, prefix as well as suffix in the medical terminology. So for better understanding, divide the terms into two or three important parts. Okay. Somatostatin. So too important. Iodothyronamine. So divide into different this, and for better understanding, iodo means iodine. Thyro means from secreted from particular part of the body, and like this. Next detail going on. Actions of major neurotransmitters. First neurotransmitter name glutamate. Major actions are fast excretory synapses, brain and spinal cord. That are modifiable, increasing or decreasing strength. It means according to stimuli, reducing or increasing the strength of, which is the information regarding this chemical messenger. Look at this, we can see this picture for clear understanding. This is synapse, end of the neuron. This next neuron 2, neuron 1. The receptors, transmitter containing vessels. Look at this, transmit through the chemical messenger to next neuron. Then GABA, Gamma-aminobutyric acid. So detail we will learn in biochemistry regarding each chemicals, okay? Their chemical structure, etc. in biochemistry. It is used at great majority of fast inhibitory synapses. Every parts of the brain, sedative and tranquilizing drugs. So is one of the important drug for tranquilizers. It's also used in pharmacology. Then widely distributed in the neurons of the motor control and vision. Regulates anxiety, mainly stress response. Then acetylcholine, we will learn next link. Neurotransmitter, acetylcholine. The major actions. So the superiority of this neurotransmitter is that this chemical messenger only first discovered in the peripheral and central nervous system. The main functions activates skeletal muscles, somatic nerves, and excite or inhibit internal organs. Mainly this messenger having used to function to autonomic system, mainly heartbeat, breathing, etc. Got this, some more pictures available for better understanding. Dopamine. Main actions, regulations, movements and coordination, emotions, decision-making ability. Critical role in reward system, mainly in stress response. We can see that chemical bond of each neurotransmitters. Detail will be in biochemistry. Look at this. Then serotonin, function to regulate appetite, sleep, memory, learning, temperature, mood, behavior, muscle contraction, mainly functions of cardiovascular system, endocrine, mainly pain perception, pain. So this oriented medicine used for pain control, serotonin. Then norepinephrine, neurotransmitter, fight or flight syndrome, which is a stress response. Sleep patterns focus on alertness. Then epinephrine, control the adrenal glands. Then histamine, work with CNS, central nervous system, and hypothalamus, especially hypothalamus is one of the important medicine, pharmacological medicine or biological medicine, to regulate body chemistry and treat various diseases, etc. So these are the important neurotransmitters. This question may be asked in 5 more questions. First, write about each types and few neurotransmitters and their actions. Then I would like to ask one question. Iron physiology. Iron physiology. Meka yam.
Sir,
Yes, can you explain about role of or functions of serotonin? Meka.
it functions to regulate appetite, sleep, memory, and learning,
Yes.
mood, temperature, behavior, muscle contraction.
Excellent. Thank you, Meka. Next point is that next section, muscular and glandular control of behavior. What is mean by muscle? What is mean by glands? Muscular means muscles which is in the human body. Glandular means glands, endocrine glands made, endocrine and exocrine. How to control the behavior? We are deals with regarding this in this section. Understanding human behavior is very complex, different activity of both and body and mind. The bodily factors. So this unit we are focused on bodily factors, which means biological factors, how to control the behavior. Next units onwards, we will be detailed about, which means in the next lessons onwards, we will be detailed about psychological factors, including perception, learning, etc. Bodily factors, including sense organ, nervous system, muscles, joints, endocrine glands, etc. Understand the role of muscles, glands, control our behavior. First, we are going to brief about muscular system. Definition is an organ system consisting of skeletal, smooth, cardiac muscles. Main functions, movement of body, maintain pressure, etc. Types of muscles: cardiac muscles, controlled by autonomic nerves system. Then smooth muscles, directly controlled by autonomic nervous system. And involuntary skeletal muscle, approximately 642 skeletal muscles within typical human body. Look at this, each types of muscles: cardiac, skeletal, smooth. For more understanding, cardiac muscles, which is in heart. Can you see that? Heart, epicardium, endocardium, like this. Then skeletal muscle, look at this, which have been attached with bone, skeleton. Then smooth muscle we can see in male in stomach, intestine, and other organs. So clear about? So this is chemical muscle fiber. This picture shows that different types of muscles: skeletal muscle, deltoid, which is skeletal muscle. Detail will be in anatomy. This is posterior, this is anterior, this is posterior. Gluteus, tibialis, etc. This is lateral. In a lateral view, what are the muscles we can see? Then, when psychology concerned, we should be focused on behavior, muscle and behavior. Neuromuscular junctions are focal point, motor neurons attached to muscles. Motor means movement. Neuron moves attached with that muscles. One of the important neurotransmitter name is that acetylcholine. use in skeletal muscle contraction, contraction. Impulse from nerve cells cause calcium release, bring about a signal. Involve short muscle contracts and muscle twitch, which influence behavior. Look at this is a chemical transmission by muscles from the motor neuron. Next, we should be think about joints. Joints also involve to behavior is important to determine traits. First, fibrous. The type of joint is held together by ligaments. Second, cartilages. Connection between articulating bones. Made up of cartilage. Example between vertebrae and between vertebral spine. Look at this. The spinal cord in between two spines having cartilages. Then synovial joints, third type. Highly movable synovial capsule surrounding secrete fluid is called synovial fluid. Hyaline cartilage end of the articulating bones, for example in knee joints. 6 type of synovial joints. Hinge means, look at this, movement, flexion, extension. Example elbow, can you see that elbow joint?
Yes, sir.
Elbow, knee, etc. Yes. Then pivot, rotation on bone around another. Example top of the neck, atlas and axis. Then wall and socket joint, we can see that picture in the picture. Hip joint, flexion, extension, adduction, abduction, internal and external rotations. So these are the movements is possible by ball and socket joint. Example, hip joint, shoulder and hip. Then saddle, flexion, extension, abduction, circumduction. Example, CMC, metacarpal. Can you see that in the fingers and toes? Mainly hand, metacarpal joints. Example, thumb. Here detail about these bones. CMC, TMC, MCP, metacarpal phalanges, MCP means. Ulna, radius, each type. Next, condyloid, flexion, extension, abduction, adduction, circumduction. Example, wrist. then gilding movement. Example, intercarpal joints. Can you see that intercarpal joints? Only gilding. Muscular and glandular system determine behavior. Two systems that control body activities. Glandular system and nervous system. The endocrine system influence all aspects of health and well-being. Hormones are regulate body functions and behavior. Detail going on. Definition. Glandular system or communication network that regulate our ambition and emotions, promotes growth and sexual identity, help to control body temperature, assist repair of broken tissues, helps bodies to generate energy, etc. So this is the definition for glandular system. Types. Two types of glandular system or glands, exocrine and endocrine. Exo means outside, endo means inside. Example for exocrine gland, sweat glands. Example for endocrine glands, pituitary. Detail going on. First, detail about exocrine glands. Definition: body that produce secretion and discharge. Through duct to the surface of the body. Just imagine the sweat glands. Look at this exocrine glands, single cell, simple duct. Goblet cells found in muscle membranes. Then next, multicellular duct seen in sweat glands found in skin. Then multicellular acinar simple duct, which we can see in sebaceous gland found in skin. Then salivary glands, Then mammary glands, pancreatic glands. Mammary means which is in secretion, breast milk production. Pancreatic gland which is in pancreas. And kinds of exocrine glands: sweat glands, salivary gland, mammary gland. Sweat in skin, salivary in mouth, mammary in breast, pancreas, as we know, the digestive nearby liver. Then gallbladder, under the gallbladder in the liver. Detail will be yes, we can see the pictures. Varsha, do you have any questions? Varsha?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, please put off this. Okay, thank you. Students, we can see that skin. This is sweat gland, exocrine. Then pancreas and salivary glands. We can see in these pictures. Then endocrine system. Define endocrine system. Endocrine system refers to glands secrete hormones directly into circulatory system, carried towards a distant target organ. Then types of endocrine glands. First type, pineal gland. Second, pituitary. Third, thyroid. Fourth, thymus. Fifth, adrenal. Sixth, pancreas. Isolate of longer hands, which is in pancreas, we had seen in the picture. Seventh one, gonads, which is gonads. So can you see these picture for every types of glands? In pancreas having both, yes,
sir.
in pancreas having both type of glands are available, exocrine as well as the endocrine secretions available. So this is pineal gland in this and the posterior side of the base of the skull, pineal gland, hypothalamus, pituitary, thyroid. Can you see that? Thyroid in the neck. Then thymus under the symphysis, which is thyroid, parathyroid. This is thymus. Adrenal. Then pancreas, ovaries for females. Then testis for males. So next picture for better understanding. Adrenal top of the kidney. Okay. Gonads. Okay. Then endocrine organs and non-secreted hormones. First, pineal gland, melatonin. This is hypothalamus and pituitary. Clear pictures are available and their productions. Mainly hypothalamus produce thyrotropin, dopamines. The detail will be learned in separately. Okay, just this only. See the pictures. Okay, see the pictures where they situated the important endocrine glands. Each endocrine glands and explanation will be followed. So look at this liver, duodenum. No, look at this. This is gallbladder in green in color. Then duodenum, kidney, top of the kidney, adrenal gland, pancreas. Look at this. Then stomach, which may be secrete this enzymes, then ovaries. Ovaries and testis, this is for females, this is males, testis. Essential sex hormones. Uterus. And next, calcium regulations. So this is how to regulate the calcium by this endocrine glands in the body, maintain balance chemistry of body. This we will learn physiology detail about it. In psychology, we will be just to know about it, and psychological aspect we going to detail. Next, only psychological aspect we are going to endocrine glands and their functions. Okay. So which will be detail we will learn next class. Today I would like to give one homework for you. Homework is that draw diagram of endocrine glands and label the parts, because this one. Types of endocrine glands. Draw a diagram and label it. So which help us for better understanding their functions, functional studies, each glands and their functions, mainly how to control the behaviors, and what are the types of hormones which have been secreted, etc. Now I would like to ask question. Nikita. Yes, Nikita. Yes, can you list a few exocrine glands? Types or kinds of exocrine glands.
Sweat glands, salivary glands, mammary glands, pancreas, gallbladder.
Excellent answer, Nikita. Thank you, Nikita. Clarifications? Abarna, any clarification?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you everyone. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the day. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Atul, yes. Varsha.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Habiba. Nice meet you.